When people see an artisanal cobalt mine site, they see how it can make electric cars and phones. I see buried human potential. I come from the Democratic Republic of Congo. My country is known for its minerals, especially cobalt, the metal that powers the world's technology. But I want the world to know something else about Congo. Congo is also rich in thoughts, in dreams, and in the mind of its children. When I hear the word mine, I think of my childhood. I think of a little girl whose life changed before she was old enough to understand why. When I was 6 years old, I went to the cobalt mine with my mom. While many children spend their days playing, I spent mine surrounded by the place that supplies the world's most valuable minerals. Back then, I didn't know that cobalt would power millions of devices around the world. I only knew that it was part of my life. Standing there, I often wondered why life looked so different for different children. Why did some children have classrooms while others had rocks? Why did some children dream of becoming doctors, teachers, or engineers while others were simply trying to survive? Those questions stuck with me. In Congo, many children never get a chance to open a book at all. They wake up in the street where the road to school is longer and harder than the road to the mine. Some children dig deep tunnels with their bare hands. No boots, no helmets, just red dust clinging to their skin. They carry heavy sacks of cobalt on their backs, sometimes heavier than themselves. They breathe in toxic dust that make them sick. In many places, going to the mine is not a choice. It's a necessity. Children work to pay for food, to help their families, and sometimes even to pay for school fees that the government promises but does not deliver. The work is dangerous. Tunnels can collapse, tools can slip, the ground itself can be unstable. But the danger is not just in the tunnels. It is in the silence around them. The silence of the world that needs our minerals but ignores the children who dig them. Congo is a country of breathtaking beauty and painful contradiction. It has rivers that power this continent, forests that hold the world's breath, and soil so rich it can shape the global economy. But that same richness is also what keeps some of its children trapped in danger. The world comes for our minerals, but often forgets to come for our children. I was one of those children. I almost believed that my story will end in the mine. Then I met Vital. When he looked at me, he didn't see a girl defined by the labor or the hardship that she has experienced. He saw potentials. He believed in me before I fully believed in myself. He had a special name for me. He called me Mon Petit Ange, meaning my little angel. Those words may seem simple, but to me, they meant everything. They reminded me that I was more than my circumstances. They reminded me that I mattered. They reminded me that my future was still being written. I was 14 when I finally had the opportunity to begin school. Many people might think 14 is too late, but I chose to believe it was not. Every time I opened the book, it felt like I was stealing something back from the mind. Every lesson became a step away from the silence, and every page reminded me that I was more than what the world expected from me. That opportunity was not just for me. It was a chance to prove that children from Congo can raise, can lead, and can change the story of their own country. Because the greatest treasure I discovered was never buried beneath the ground. It was inside my mind. Through that scholarship, I was given another opportunity that completely changed my life in Congo and beyond. Because Vital believed in me, I was able to continue my education. Last year, I was given a scholarship to attend an IB school in Kenya. For a girl who has once wondered if she'll ever have a chance to learn, this felt like a miracle. Vital became like a second father to me. He promised me something I will never forget. He said he will come and take me home for Christmas in December. I believed that promise with all my heart. But in November, he died. When I heard the news, I could not understand why someone who had brought so much hope into my life was suddenly gone. His death broke my heart. But with time, I realized something important. Some people leave this world, but they never live the lives that they have changed. Vital is not here. Watch me stand on this stage. He will never again call me mon petit ange, but I'm here because of him. Every opportunity I have today exists because someone chose to believe in a little girl who had not yet learned to believe in herself. For that, I will always be grateful. My journey has taught me something important. The world often measures value by what comes out of the ground. But I believe our greatest value comes from what grows inside a human being. Hope, courage, compassion, and ideas. These things have power to change their lives. Today, when people ask me where I come from, I do not hide my story. I carry it with pride because my beginning does not define my ending. The girl who stood in the mine could have never imagined that one day she will have an opportunity to stand on a TEDx stage. And yet, here I am. Not because my journey was easy, but because people believed in me. My family never gave up. My teachers never gave up. Vital never gave up. And eventually, I learned not to give up on myself. So today, I would like to leave you with two questions. How many dreams are waiting in places the world has forgotten? How many children are only one opportunity away from changing not only their lives, but the lives of others? The greatest investment we can make is not only in the resources beneath our feet, but in the minds and the hearts of people who walk above them. A single opportunity can change a life, and a single person can change the future. Thank you.